Welcome. Today, Monday Mindset with Stephanie Zima. I am Stephanie Zima from My Way of Life Coaching. And today, I want to talk to you a little bit about how to tackle overwhelm and win every life circumstances. Winning is key, you guys, right? Some of us think winning is like not so cool, but yes, I think winning is really, really cool, especially when you are tackling the overwhelm and you do not have to feel that yucky feeling. Now, before I get into it, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button so that you are always going to be notified when there's a new video released. If you can, also hit the like button. I would totally love it. And if you can really be good and you really like it, go ahead and send this out to somebody, tag somebody in it. Okay, I would love for more people to actually find out all the goodness that I'm sharing here, because it's really changing lives. Okay, so let's dive in. How often are you faced with situations that are really overwhelming? Think about this for a second. There's almost like every single day we have situations that are somewhat overwhelming, right? I think if there's a person who's saying that they're in control 150% of the time, I am not so sure that they are actually going to be real. Because even the most organized people have situations that are completely overwhelming. But some of us are able to do and work through it, and some of us are not so much. Okay, so you know this feeling when you start sweating for a second, your heart is racing and you really just want to cry. It's like overwhelming. It's an overwhelming sense of emotion that you are having in your body at that moment, right? So when you then look at the differences of people, some are clicking into mode immediately. Now, what kind of mode is that, right? That's what we want to find out today. And some people, they're shutting down and they are not able to cope. Okay, but what exactly is the difference here? Why is it that some people are able to handle it fine and some people are not able to handle it? Now, I believe it's because some of us are used to it. Okay, if we're growing up in an environment that we are um, thrown into a situation where either when you're with the military and you're having to travel a lot and you're having to adjust to life different circumstances, or you've had trauma in your life, or there's like a constant amount of change, your body is somewhat used to this tactic, these skills that everyone needs, right? And some people are growing up completely routined in an environment that is steady and that is not very prone to change because things are just very steady and routine, right? So now, overwhelmed though, is that something you think we just need to accept, or do you think that is something can be changed or learned or dealt with, right? Because I mean, you cannot change anymore how you grew up. It was either one way or another. So what is it going to be? Do we have to accept it now, or is there something we can do? Can we acquire those skills after we grow up? I'm telling you, good news. Yes, good news. You can learn new tricks. You can learn new tricks. Change is not hard, right? Despite what we think sometimes and say, but change is not hard if you know what to do. So, what exactly is it that you can do about it? I'm going to give you 5 steps that really will outline the tricks and tricks of what you are going to be able to do. Okay, so step 1, gain confidence in yourself. Okay, expose yourself to as many different situations as you possibly can, right? New restaurants, new foods, new experiences, travel, um, all these different experiences, they will shape your brain to be okay with new things. So you're not going to get like thrown off the moment something is different about your environment because you are so used to having these things, right? Now, step 2, overcome your fears. Overcome your fears, okay? And you may say, hey, Stephanie, that is crazy. I will not be able to overcome my fear. How can I control this? Let me tell you, pay attention to how your body feels. Realize that fear and scaredness is the same feeling as excitement, believe it or not, right? When you're excited, your heart is pounding, your palms are sweating, you're kind of like having butterflies in your tummy, all these things. You feel the same way when you are scared. It's just a different meaning that our thoughts are putting into. We are looking at a situation and we are saying, hey, that is new. I must be scared. You could also choose to say, this is new. I'm so excited, right? And that's a difference. It's a difference that the thought that we are putting in our brain, the meaning we attach to the information we see. Okay. So if you're putting yourself into situations that are changing all the time, you're going on a trip, you are doing different foods, different restaurants, all the stuff, you then consciously choose the thought instead of, oh, this is new and I'm not sure what I like about it, or if I like it, or if I think about it, or like observe these thoughts, and switch them to, I am so excited about this new experience. I cannot wait to give this food a try. I cannot wait to hop in the car and experience this, right? I know what you're going to say now. It is taking a second to get used to it, right? It does. Okay. But I'll tell you, it is going to be fine. Your brain will override some of those trigger points that you've had before. Now, step number 3, write down all the facts that need to be handled. Okay. So when you're overwhelmed with whatever situation it is, let's say you are about to go on a trip and leave your children and your family at home, right? And there's a gazillion things you have to do, right? For whatever, you have to work trip, or somewhere where you are leaving and your family is home. You need to just write down all the things that come to mind. Write down all the tasks, pay the bills, do this, do that, prepare the food, do whatever it is that you have in your brain when you're feeling something. Don't judge the thoughts. Don't say like, oh, I need to do this first. Don't worry about it. Just write it down on a piece of paper. Okay. Then look at that and start playing and moving these pieces according to what is most important. Okay. What is the next right thing to do? That's what you need to ask yourself. What is the next right thing to do? And then you start creating this timeline. So when you write it down, you start creating your timeline. Okay. So I hope that makes sense so far. So then step number 4, okay? Step number 4 is breathe and relax. It is vital to breathe and relax because calm always produces better results than, oh my God, I'm nervous. Hectic anxiety. When you're hectic in anxiety and acting in hectic anxiety, your brain is immediately going to click into fight or flight. It's like, oh, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. If you calm your nervous system just a little bit, your brain is like, wait, what? She is in control. I don't think I need to be overwhelmed anymore. I think she's in control. And then step number 5, action time. Okay, you have made your outline, you've made your action list. You're going to start tackling it one by one by one by one. Start one, finish one, check off. Start one, finish one, check off. Okay, that is how you're gonna get it done. When you have action time and you have focused energy, focused, calm energy going towards a project of whatever it is, okay, whatever it is, you will be productive and you will trick your overwhelm, and you're going to surprise yourself with how much you are actually crushing it. Trust me on that. I have lived it over and over and over and over and over again. My life blows up into my face multiple times, okay, multiple times, daily sometimes. And that is the exact thing that I do. So after you're done with whatever needs to get done, you can just go ahead and revisit. You reflect. Go ahead and take a look at it and say, okay, so what did I do right this time? What could I have done a little better? Where could I have possibly prepared in advance? Like, why did this even blow up into my face today? Like, is there something else I could have done? Sometimes there's not, because life just happens, right? But we have the power of choice. We have the power of choice. Do we want to have this blown up in our faces, or do we want to be in control, calm and reflected, and crush it? Like, what is it that we want to do, right? That is the key. You choose exactly what your experiences are going to be like. Now, the more experiences you can put your body through, the better it's going to be, the easier it's going to be. And the more new stuff is happening, you know, the less exciting, I guess the less exciting it is, because, first day of school, you always would be nervous and afraid, right? But if you go to school all the time, it's kind of not so interesting anymore, right? It's the same thing with whatever it is that causes you the overwhelm. So whatever that situation is, do it more. Okay, do it more until you're so good at it that you're going to do it in your sleep, right? Okay. Now, if you want to learn more about walking strong, right? Because this is what it's all about, walking strong along the path of life. Check out my masterclass. It is going to be in the link comments. Go ahead and check out that masterclass, because I will go over more in-depth details of how and what and how to get your lifeboat back into the right waters, that you can like go into the next 40 years of your life. Okay, whatever, if you're in your mid 40s, 30s, whatever, but the next part of your life, that you can go even keeled, with less overwhelm, with less freaking out about anxiety or depression, any of these things. We all need these life skills, the resilience and grit and growth mindset. We all need them to survive these days in this things of ever changing life. Okay, so I will teach you all of that in my masterclass, so make sure you check that out. And make sure that you get onto my email list, because there is situations or there's things that I am sharing only there. You do not want to miss it. Also, this is my VIP. Every time something comes up or I release it or whatever, that's the people who are going to get the first treatment. So make sure you hop on. It's free. Why not, right? Why can't we get all these details that we need to? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. I hope this has helped you. If it has helped you, please let me know in the comments. Do me a favor, share it out. Let other people share the wealth of knowledge, and kindness is always good. And I'll talk to you all later. Happy Monday, and go crush it this week.